Let me set things up from here. You can hear me, you can let me know in the chat. Welcome everyone. Welcome. So today we are basically going to be I'll be walking you through like my experience with one of this job offers, recruiters, scams, which I recently experienced from LinkedIn. Yeah, so that's what we are going to be looking into today. But then let me know in the chat if you can hear me, if you can hear me clearly. Okay, so I've done it. Okay, we've got, yeah, we can. Okay, it is so nice to be here. It is so nice to have you here as well, Moses. And thank you so much, Bao, for letting me know that you can hear me. Awesome. It's nice to have you guys here as well. Yeah, so shortly I'm going to dive into how I met this person and what the scam is all about, and the things that I noticed and what I did to not fall a victim immediately. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining. Yeah, yeah, I've reduced. Yeah, I noticed the background music as well. So let me know, is it much better now? I reduced it. Is it much better now? Is the background music much better now? I've reduced it. Let me know if you still want me to reduce it a little bit more. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you for confirming that. Okay. Yeah, so shortly I'll be going over like showing you guys the charts, how it all started, and the code base itself, and the things like uh, I looked at for that helped me identify the issue in the code base. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining. Um, yeah, so let's just wait few second. Let me set things up from here from the studio. So if everything is okay, then we can continue. Okay, we have people from Instagram as well. They said they can hear us clearly, so that's nice. Uh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. It seems everywhere is okay now. LinkedIn is okay. Facebook people also confirm it's okay, and YouTube people people joining from Facebook, YouTube and Instagram said everything is working well. So let me quickly take a look at LinkedIn to confirm because I don't want to start and then having people facing issue from any of the platforms. Okay, cool. LinkedIn is okay as well. I've seen some messages from there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so let's get started. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. So basically, this how it started. So I think it was after a live stream. It was after one of my live streams that I got a message from someone from LinkedIn. I'm going to be showing you the chat as well. So he offered me a gig, like a job, to work on a Web3 project. And then I was with my partner at the moment, and then immediately I saw the message because we were looking at my phone together, and then I told my partner like, oh, this project doesn't make sense. Like, I don't think I can work on this kind of project. It was just that instinct, like technical this thing, like this project doesn't actually make sense. I knew that was like the first suspicion I have about the project. So I went to check the profile of the person. It was kind of like convincing that, oh, this person is a real person, of course. So I'm not even seeing them as a scam, but then I just thought like, oh, this project is one of those projects that you just do and then it doesn't go anywhere. So that was just my intention. That was my initial thought about the project. So yeah, so after that time, my partner was like, "Oh, I should just hear him out and stuff like that." So he was asking about like what stack was I using, which are like normal questions. So I told him the stack I'm using, and then he gave me a price that he's going to pay. I was like, okay. And then even before he said the amount they were going to pay, he said it was for 8 months. He already shared the code base. So I was like, if you are going to be paying me this amount and you're already just giving out your code base, I've not even agreed. You don't even know whether I'm competent to work on the project. You already share the code base with me. It's very, very suspicious. Like, how are you, why are you sharing your code base with me immediately? What if I just clone it and then, just go and launch it or stuff like that? So it was kind of like suspicious at that time. So uh, from there, I he was just asking me like to go over the UI and let him know the things that they can improve and stuff like that. I was like, come on, you already have a team that's working on this. Let me meet the team first. It was like, why? Why do I want to meet the team? I was like, but I've already gone through the code. The code was on Git. The code was on Git bucket. I'm going to be showing you the codes and things. So let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let me show you. Let me show you our conversation. So yeah, so I'm revealing the person, and then so this is the account. This is the account the person used. So this is the account the person used. So if you know this account, you should be mindful of it and be careful about whatever they send to you. So one of the things that even allow me to like give the person an audience was because of our mutual friends and all. So I was like, okay, he's looking real. He has a university and this, and I know this is kind of like maybe like AI generated. They use their face and then they just wear suits. So AI generated. I was like, this is kind of like tricky, but then some people still use it. But then it is a turn off for me. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, favorites. Yeah. So, and Ibrahim, thank you for confirming that everything is working. Yeah, so let's go back. So people are just confirming that things are going on well on YouTube and LinkedIn. Yeah, so I check their experience. I see like, oh, they have a couple of places that they work. They've been working in blockchain and stuff like that. And then educational background, it was kind of like convincing, like, oh, they are doing well, they have skills and stuff, but they don't have any advancement. So that's kind of like another turn off. Yeah, because at least if you've been on LinkedIn since kind of like been working since 2020 2015, you should have, at least have one and one recommendation, or someone has endorsed your skill. So that's kind of like a turn off for me. Yeah, so none of their skill was mistakenly endorsed by someone. So it's kind of like, no, this shouldn't be. And no recommendation as well. No recommendation. So this is basically what I checked. It was kind of like convincing, like, oh, they are a real person. And yeah, so let's go into the chat. Let's go into the chat. And when I posted this on my WhatsApp status and some WhatsApp group, I got a message from someone like they are also a victim, like they are a victim of this particular scam. I've seen one of two of these scam reports on LinkedIn, and then some people fall victim where they stole their PC details and stuff like that. So yeah, so you should just be careful as developer. So I received the message on Saturday. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. So I received the message on Saturday. They greeted well. So said, I hope you are doing well. We are currently developing an innovative decentralized application the app that allows users to purchase video games and claim ownership across any platform or game store using NFT. Yeah, so I have experienced, some experience with NFT and DApp and working in Web3. So I know my way around it, though I don't work full time in Web3 space. Yeah, so I already kind of like have an idea of what he's talking about, but then the project doesn't actually like immediately make sense to me. Like, you want to allow users to purchase video games, like users are going to purchase the video game and then they will claim ownership of the video game across all game store. Like, if I have purchased a video game, then the ownership is already meant for me. And if I'm putting it on like Play Store and or is under my account, and if I want to be getting paid for people playing the game, then I should have like an in-app payment or brands and stuff like that. So it's kind of like tricky, and it doesn't make sense to me, because like, why do you want to build a platform where people can purchase video games and then claim ownership across? You can just do that by default. So because Twitter on on Play Store and on App Store is being owned by X, the X company. So why do you want to do this? So it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, so blah blah blah, cross-platform experience. However, progress has been delayed due to various issues, and we are rethinking our UI UX direction. So if he's trying to like employ me for a Web3 developer, I would have, said no, I'm not into like Web3 full time and stuff like that. But then he said UI UX, which is like kind of like my area. So, and then he mentioned like UI UX direction, which was kind of like something I would like to look into. So, uh, that was the reason I even gave him on this. So, will you be interested in collaborating with us on this exciting project? So uh, I replied after 4 minutes, like, hi Roman, happy new year. Yes, I'm doing fine, blah blah blah. Sound like an interesting innovation. To be honest, it's not interesting. But then I just want to learn more, kind of like on the project. So, but then I'm just being polite. So I asked for the requirement because kind of like not totally sure of what he's talking about. So and then he said, "Great to hear you're interested. Here's our current project." So this is a turn off here. This is a turn off. So I cannot want to employ someone and then immediately giving out the source codes to them, like, oh, this is the code base, go and check it out and stuff like that. Especially when we want to like kind of like make money out of it. It is not an open source project, so why are you like immediately sharing the code base with me? So it's kind of like off for me. So and yeah, so I didn't even click the code base because it was a weekend. I don't even want to like kind of like look at codes. And I think I just finished like a live stream section at the time. So I've already seen a lot of code. So I don't really want to go and be looking at any other code. So we are using React and TypeScript for the front end development. Yeah, so this hooks me as well because like I'm more versed in like React and TypeScript for front-end development. So I said, are you comfortable working with React? And of course, that's what I do. So I'm thinking like, okay, yes. So sounds good. Yes, I'm comfortable with that stacks. So basically like just response. I've not even clicked the link at this point. So on Sunday, he got back to me. He said, for this role, we will provide 10,000 US dollars per month. If you are providing 10,000 US dollars per month for a project, then you shouldn't be, sending the code base of that kind of like product immediately. So that's a turn off for me, especially when it stated this price, because if you are paying an engineer 10,000 US dollars per month for a project, then the link of the project should be private and there should be a proper onboarding session for me to even have access to the code base. So with the goal of completing the platform within 8 months. So I was like, kind of like 8 months, what kind of project that would be? Yeah, so but then I don't really have much context. And yeah, so we are planning on to resume on January 21st. Does this timeline and compensation align with your expectations? So I'm kind of like, I'm not even budged by the money or stuff because if I am budged, I would have go and just check the code base, but no. So does this timeline? Yeah, I said, hi Roman, thanks for getting back. What's the size of the team? I'm not even like kind of like I said, you can see in the chat, I'm not even kind of like bothered about like the compensation. I just want to kind of like understand why you are sharing the link of the code base that a developer can be earning 10,000 US dollars per month working on it. Yeah, just sharing it immediately. So I asked for the size of the team. And then I said I'll be available for the 8 months, so that works for me. Yeah. So I was just trying to kind of like play along. So he said we have 2 blockchain developer, 1 product designer, and 1 backend. So yeah. Now, because when he's talking about like 2 blockchain developers, and that means like you guys already have like 5 people on your team, including himself. So and then I wasn't kind of like responding immediately at that time. So he said, if you are ready to move forward, I would like you to review the current state of the project which is kind of like a turn off for me again. Why do you want me to review the projects? Like you are just everything is just like check the projects. So specifically, please evaluate the UI responsiveness, identify areas. If you already have a product designer, they should be the one reviewing the UI responsiveness for the developer that have already done it. Because now you said they have two blockchain developers and one backend developer. So which means like they currently don't have any front end developer. So yeah, so because blockchain developer means like people, that write codes for the on-chain activities, and then back-end developer, maybe like storage and stuff like that, DB stuffs, product designer, the person like kind of like designing the whole product using Figma or stuff. So who translated the design? Maybe he was doing it this way to make me think like, oh, I will not be the front-end engineer to come and work on it. So I was thinking deeply or too far on this. Yeah. So now, he said, looking forward to hearing your thoughts. And yeah, he said, identify areas for improvement. He said, identify areas for improvement and suggest enhancement to upgrade the overall user experience. So, but you have a product designer, which means like, even if you want me to kind of like suggest enhancement and user interfaces, I should meet with the team first to kind of like understand like the current state of the project, the issues and the things that we look forward to like fixing, not just like giving me the code base to go and check and figure out myself. So it's kind of like tricky. Yeah. So I said, sure. Can I meet with the two blockchain developers? So I'm not even still kind of like eager to even check the code. I want to speak with like real people. Let me know why the project is being delayed, and is there even like the UI or responsiveness that is delaying the project, or is the blockchain even like the blockchain code connections, are they even done? Is the backend ready and stuff like that? So I will just kind of like better understand like the situation. So yeah. And then he said why? I said to ask some technical questions and to better understand the technical approach direction of the project. That way, I will be able to review the existing project state and share my thoughts. So I think at this point, which was kind of like last night, today is Monday, right? So last night, at this point, I've already started looking at the code base, which I'm going to be sharing with you shortly. So, and then I've already know that, oh, it's a scam already. I've already seen like the trick in the code base. So, yeah, I was just following along there. So to ask some technical questions and to better understand the technical approach direction of the project. Yeah, which is like normal thing that I asked and there's no response from him till now. So, and that's why I said, okay, let me make this live stream to kind of like, share with you guys, especially when I shared it. I shared my experience, and then I have a couple of people, even on the live stream now, I think I've seen two people saying that they've, have various experience with this. So, yeah, so that's basically like our chat. So let's go straight into like the code. So let me know in the comment section if you've also kind of like have this experience, and what are the measures that you took, and did you fall victim, and what was the effect, what was the after effect of you running the code on your PC. So that's basically our chats. And yeah, so this is the account. You can visit the account and kind of like maybe like tag him and let him know that he's a scammer. I don't know. But then this profile, uh, you know, it looks good, but then him not having any recommendation or any endorsement, it's kind of like off. So let's take a look at the code. So from the code he sent to me, there's a link. It's been on Bitbucket. So Bitbucket is basically like an alternative to like GitHub. So it's doing the same thing like GitHub, but they have different kind of like features. So it's not only GitHub that we have Bitbucket, Bitbucket as well. So yeah, but they basically do the same thing for hosting your code. So what I did was like I don't want to kind of like run the project immediately. One of the things that was off was when I checked the commit, I only saw one commit from one person on the whole code base, and the whole code base has only one commit that push all of these changes. And if you look at the code base, see how long it is. You can see how long it is. So why do you push these all changes at once to a code base? That means like have you been working for months and then you only commit one at one time and then you push. So that was kind of like off for me. Yeah, so I wasn't faced or discouraged with the long distance to review it because I do a lot of code reviews. So I'm not even bothered with the long screen of code. So I was determined to like, oh, I'm going to read this code one by one. So I read the license. They have an MIT license, which means like it is open source. Yeah, so they said it is open source. And then I checked every of the code base, like or the workspace to kind of like see what they are doing and stuff. So no problem here as well. This is just a README file. So I was just kind of like ignoring, like kind of like closing anyone that I feel like it's kind of like normal in a code base. So ABI, I've worked with ABI before, so it's just like a JSON, that contains information about your Web3 stuffs. So there's no problem there because you cannot actually like put malicious code within a JSON like this. But immediately looking at it, there's no problem here. So I skipped this as well, and then the normal JSON file again for backend. So I close this like IPFS, which is like the Web3 ways of storing things. So this is like the config. Yeah, so it's actually kind of like interesting because it's been years since I work with Web3 code or even review Web3 code. So I enjoyed it a little bit. It's kind of like, but then I'm looking for bugs. I'm looking for, bad code here. So on the server, they have like upload receipt to IPFS. I said like IPFS is for like Web3 storage where you can store stuff. So yeah, so they are just doing some things here, kind of like reading into files. But then the file they read into was abi.json, which was like kind of like, okay, nothing really bad here so far. So yeah, so nothing in this file as well. So I close this as well. So you can see that I reviewed a lot of code here, and yeah, until I get to this I8 generator. So what I did here was like I saw this Chinese. I was like, oh, this is a comment though, so it can't be like a malicious code. But then what I did was I copied it and then went to Google. Then I did this translate. Okay, let me copy it again. Copy this and do to English. So, oh, let me do Chinese to English. So I can paste it here. So I get to like kind of understand the comment that they put there so that, transverse and read all JS and JSS file. When you see that the file content as characteristic content, replace the content, and there is a side effect in the process to generate a JSON file in the specified directory. So I'm not sure why they have this comment in kind of like Chinese and not English, because they've been in most of their console.log, they use like normal English and not Chinese. So it was kind of like, kind of like suspicious. But this code, I can totally like kind of like understand it because it was written in JS. But they were still trying to kind of like do something with FX, like doing stuff with reading files, manipulating files, which is kind of like no problem. Based on what I'm seeing here, this one too, there's no problem here as well. So no problem here. But they were doing a lot of like reading to file and then reading files as well. So until this point too. So this is where I figured out like there's a malicious code here, cdn.js, cdn.js. So that's where the issue was. And one thing I noticed, like when I was reading the code, everything was looking good. They were trying to kind of like access some keys from the env through .env file, and which is kind of like normal in any code base, especially like if you want to like keep things private. So no problem there. And then they were still doing a bunch of things like with files, which they were trying to like decode some stuff, but nothing complex here. So this is not where the issue is. Uploading file, I see some Chinese here again. Yeah, so where I noticed the issue now was the config overrides. So let me close this. So this is where the problem is. See, like all the files that we've been seeing, they have long codes and kind of like meaningful. But when I get to config overrides, so if you want to, yeah, so I literally, so this is asking a question like, do you organize section for those that wants to enter Web3? No, 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 no. This is not like a Web3. Um, no, I'm not a Web3 person. I'm not a Web3 person. But I do have articles on Web3. You can check them out. If you check my blog, you will see articles on Web3. So if you go to okubigbe.com/blog, you will see some Web3, so you can see. So the IPFX that we saw in the code. So if you want to, let me make this light mode. So if you want to learn more about IPFX, I've written about it, I think like 2 years ago. Yeah, you can say so it's been like years since I did Web3, when Web3 was still yeah, but then yeah, so if you want to learn more about IPFX, you can, if you want to kind of like see how it works, you can check out here. I have more articles on Web3 that you can definitely check out. You can see I have top 3 blockchain environment and stuff. And then if you want to learn about Solidity tutorials, how to store files on the blockchain using IPFS and stuff, so I have articles on them that you can check out. Web3 for front-end developers. I've done a couple of Web3 back then, yeah, but then I have some personal doubt about Web3. Like we are just kind of like, that's a topic for that day though. So, but then if you want to learn, you can check out. You can even like, I have projects. I have project on Web3 that you can definitely check out. So yeah, thank you Moses for sharing that. Thank you so Moses for sharing my blog. Yeah, so if you want to do some Web3 this thing, you can check them out. So back to even 3 years ago, yeah. But that's not where we are going. So let's go back to the code, the malicious code. Yeah, so Moses is asking where it was committed. It's been done on Bitcommit. They are making use of Bitcommit. It's an alternative to GitHub. Yeah, so yeah. Now you will notice like, oh, they have Webpacks. Webpacks is related to like JavaScript ecosystem, stuff like that. So he said, do stuff with Webpack. I was like, very curious, what are we doing here? So it was just specifying like, to undo URLs is requiring some stuff, crypto browsify and stuff like that for each of like this kind of like method. It's just like configuring them, and then it did return here. So if you return here, what are these empty spaces doing? It's kind of like funny. So this is where the problem is. So see, empty spaces, empty spaces, empty spaces, empty spaces, empty spaces. See how long it is, empty spaces, down to this part. So this is where the issue is, down to this part. So the date and time of someone is asking, Moses is asking like, when actually the date and time of the commit, it was being done 4 days ago. So I got this, I got the link to this on Saturday, and today is Sunday, so that's like 2 days ago. But like when the commit was done, that I received the link was 2 days ago, but now it's 4 days now. So yeah. And now when I scroll empty spaces, this is just like to discourage you not to even kind of like want to review the code, but you just want to have it in your system and just run it. But I'm more interested in seeing like what has been done code wise and stuff like that before I even run it. So, and yeah, 1,117 lines of code in this file alone. So this is where I saw all this gibberish, not actually gibberish, but it has a name. So it's just a way of like encoding stuffs in JavaScript so that you can, kind of like this might be a function name, and then they kind of like encode it and then they call it as well. So what I did was like if I when I copy this, if I copy this and come here and paste it, you can see how long it is. You can see how long it is. So, and they've also minified it to be on a straight line so that when you are going through it, you know, like straight, see it as like, just like the way we've been seeing the other code, you won't see it like step by step like this, but then they just make it like a straight line. They make it a straight line like this. So this is usually common when you minify the code. So it will be like straight line. That's what they did. So, and when I pasted it on ChatGPT told me like I knew that this was an issue immediately. So I pasted it to ChatGPT and told it to like decode it. So ChatGPT confirmed that these are going to like be stealing some browser stuff and some information from the PC. So yeah, so that's the moment I realized like, oh, indeed, this is like a trick to, kind of like get some stuff from um my computer. So it could be for anybody. So if you run this code, probably they are going to like get your browser files, like your saved cards and stuff like that, and then they send it to their own server. And after sending it to the server, they will have access to it, and they might try your card, when you already have like your card details with CVV, so you might lose some money there. So I think that's basically what they are trying to play out here. Yeah, so so that's basically it. I didn't even like after seeing this, I did not even bother like going through the remaining code because I've already like kind of like figure out what I want, clarify that, oh, is this a scam or not? Then it's actually a scam. Yeah, so and yeah, so that's basically it. And when I posted it, some people confirmed that they also have experience with this. So now I was now kind of like very, very curious now uh to now kind of like look like start thinking like should we like what who should be responsible for this kind of like detecting this? Should it be like GitHub and big buckets, like when you try to push such code to their repository, even if you are able to like push it, then they can index it and kind of like check, is this a code that could affect someone, and then maybe like they can flag the repository, kind of like when this kind of code have been detected. So should Bitbucket do something like this, and GitHub also do something like this, like checking, like they have access to the code base, they can just index it, run through it and see. But if they are able to like bypass like Bitbucket like this, then are there any other solutions to like detect malicious code like this on a repository before a developer can access it? So those are the things that was coming to my mind immediately. I came across this. So I was like, okay, should I was talking with my partner. I was like, oh, should I look into like building a platform where you can detect this issue, And then I was like, okay, let me check for existing solutions if there are existing solutions, so that we can uh, check first if there's any malicious code. So, and then I did some research. I did some research, and I came across um, this chat, this on Reddit. I came across this post on Reddit rather, where they put a code-based scanner where you can scan and then it will let you know if it has malicious code. So I've seen like a lot of people, they've been using it for like over a year now. And there's this guy, Father Carbon. I think he was the one that actually posted it as well. So he was the one that posted the code-based scanner, and he was helping people to kind of like scan stuff like that. So yeah. So, and also, there's a case where like there are some developers, not even developers, they are scammers. Yeah, there are some scammers where like even on they post like when you hire them and then they are done with your work, they send you the code base, and then after you run it, they steal some credit card from your computer. So that's one thing that I noticed from this conversation as well too. So it's now in two ways: developers trying to scam their clients with malicious code, and developers also trying to scam developers by making them run code in their system and then stealing their uh, data. So it's crazy. So nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. So you just have to be like careful. So when I check this repo and try to like see how they try to solve the problem, so I'm not seeing like they have this code scanner, that's the name, and then a quick and dirty tool to help defend against common developer focused malware campaigns, since many of these go unnoticed by common antivirus software. Yeah, so what this does is like they make you run this and then you enter like the repo. So I don't know if this actually like works for Bitbucket, but then there's one for I know like the example that they gave here is GitHub. So you provide this and then it will let you know the file that is being affected. So yeah, so I think this is one way. So if you ever like kind of like come across any suspicious code base, you can basically just like use this tool as well. Yeah, but I didn't run this. I didn't run this because I'm kind of like I have a PTSD of running any code base on my system now that I'm not aware of. So yeah, so and this is an experience of someone where they stole sensitive data from, and everything has been like blockchain developer, like everything, like this is 3 years ago and it's still Web3. What's going on in the Web3 space? Like, why are they trying to scam people? Anyways, they've always been scamming people in Web3, anyways, like coins and stuff like that. So you shouldn't never run codes that that is being shared. So that's why I took my time to kind of like have a conversation with him, and then he wasn't able to like provide. He wasn't even like willing to like even allow me meet the team because it was saying like why. It's kind of like suspicious. So I totally agree with like Perry. It's saying like do not be quick to run a code base immediately on your local when receive. Exactly. Like don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even when I was working as like actively working as customer service engineer, like we have like a lot of people they reach out to they reach out to people, and then they reach out to us on intercom, and then send documents. Some people even send like notes. Like it's really weird. like big shout out to like every customer service engineer. Like a lot of people will just chat with you because like they are not even using your product, but then they just because there's a chat there, then they abuse you, they use the F word on you and stuff like that. So some people send PDFs, like when you enter it, it runs some script. So yeah. So but then there are some tools that are being used that scan it and see if there is any code there. So yeah. So and sometimes what I do is basically just like I will download the PDF and then I will upload it to like Google Drive and or send it through Gmail. And Gmail usually like scan for like spams and things like that. So, and then I'll open it on Drive, not directly on my system, but now on Drive. So if I'm opening it on Drive, I'm opening it on the cloud and not directly on my PC. So these are like ways in which like people can steal your data. So through PDFs, codes, messages, and stuff like that. So yeah, so Toby is saying not only with developers in the Web3 space. Yes, I totally agree. Like they are scamming people regardless. Like I'm not even positioning myself like a Web3 developer when I receive this message from Roman. I'm I'm a front-end developer, so front-end developers can work in Web3 and in regular Web2. So but the reason I said that is like because like the example that I was giving was like blockchain engineer, so blockchain developer. So yeah, so and most of these projects now are like kind of like they are using blockchain code bases. So that's what I mean. So yeah. Yeah, please be very, very careful. First, yeah, I'm very careful now too. Please be very, very careful. Don't let them steal your, your work. And especially if you are working on a company laptop, because like me now, I'm working on a company laptop. So I don't even want to just randomly, randomly just open anything on my PC without like me understanding why I should be opening it and what it's going to do. So yeah, so Web3 space isn't safe at all. Yeah, that's another topic for another day. I have my own doubts about Web3. I have some experience in Web3. I've did some Web3 projects. I've written a lot of articles on Web3, work with Web3, companies. But then kind of like there are some issues. I'm not an expert in Web3, but just looking from like my limited knowledge in Web3 and my experience and someone that is actually like kind of like understanding like what are the realistic problem we are solving in Web3, you know, it's kind of like tricky and this kind of stuff keep coming. And then, Web3 is where you are going to if you forget your phrase, your wallet phrase, you cannot recover it. Does that make sense? My mom cannot use such like that. Like it doesn't have a password. But I think they've improved now because like there are some wallet that you can log in with your Gmail. They are coming back to Web 2. So what problem are you not solving in Web 3? But then shout out to people that are doing the actual work. So I'm not saying like the old Web 3 project is not a success, but then I'm just saying like for me, I've not really been convinced like what are we actually doing with Web 3? What are we doing with Web 3? Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So someone also said, yeah, it's just because of the clout in this space. To be honest, like everything is just hypes. Everything is just hype. I've always been saying like everything is just hypes. Yeah, everything is just hype because like what is the actual problem that is being solved? Like except like they said decentralized, you want to be able to like send money, without the government tracking it, without people tracking it. But this, you are creating an avenue for scammers. Like they can do money laundering, like, move the through Web3, and then it can be traced. So are you creating solution or you are creating like you are creating an enabling people to be able to like even do more crimes? So I'm not saying I'm not saying Web3 is not a success, but I'm just saying like what are we solving in that space? What are we saving in that space? Exactly, like yeah, some people most of the thing like some people will hear that pill and then just start jumping with the assignment. Exactly, like because he said he was going to be like pay me 10,000 US dollars. So I was like, if you are going to be paying me 10,000 US dollars, that means like the company is worth like millions. But then why are you not sharing the code base with me immediately? Which means like if it's worth millions, you shouldn't like be showing the code base immediately. You should wait for me to be like you should you kind of like question me a lot about my skill first. Ask me if I've done any Web3 project before. He didn't even ask me that. And then it was just eager for me to just check out the responsiveness, check out like and you said the project has a delay. So is it the responsiveness of the website is it the responsibility of the website that is delaying the project? So it's kind of like you're not connected. It's not the dots are not being connected correctly. So yeah, so don't be eager to kind of like jump on a project or run a code on your PC if you are not sure totally. Yeah. Yeah, so someone with a success customer engineer as well, send me a DM right now and say like he wants to get his account uh, hacked by clicking a vulnerability reporter. So vulnerability reporter are people like they do some cybersecurity stuff on your website or app, and then they are going to like kind of like give you a report of it, like oh, if hackers do this and that and then they'll be able to like perform this and that on your website. So now some people will just send you a document or link that oh I performed some security analysis on your website and this is the report. So click this link. So I think this is when I clicked it and then it got hacked. So it happens, it happens, it happens. So someone said, I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear your data about it because some of us are doing hackathons and other things in Web3 at the moment, like project management or front-end developer. So like hackathon is not like a solution that is not, it shouldn't be like the major, I don't know what you mean in this context, but then do you mean like you want to incorporate my data into the hackathon or you are saying like Web3 offers hackathon, which is a good thing? I would love to hear your data about it because some of us that are doing hackathons and other things in Web3 at the moment, like project management or front-end developer. Project management is not only Web3, it's not only for Web3. Project management is for even construction, they have project manager or front-end developer. Front-end developer is like Web2 by default. So, and browser. I would love to hear your that. Can you make more clarity? Can you provide more clarity on this question? I'd love to hear your thoughts about it because some of us that are doing hackathons and other things in Web3 at the moment, like project manager, front end. Yeah. So what I just want to hear is like the actual solutions that are being produced in Web3. Like, okay, we know that okay, NFT and stuff like that, but then is it like being adopted? Is it solving any real problems? Turning anything into NFT. It could just be like any other product in web 2 to be very, very honest. So like these are the kind of things like I'm trying to like kind of like figure out of so yeah, so that's basically it. I'm not clear with that question. So this is exactly what I shared in one of my articles a while ago. Yeah. So if you have the link to the article, you can share with us. Adebayo. Let's see. We are bearing the same name, by the way, Adebayo. So yeah. So you can share the link. Let's see. I can view it here and then go through it and let's see your thoughts. Yeah. Thanks so much for this. Yeah. You are very, very much welcome. Yeah. We can't be too careful, to be honest. Yeah, so thanks so much for this update. We all can be too careful. Yes, we all can be too careful. So let's no amount of being careful isn't enough. So let's try as much as possible to save ourselves, our PC and our work. Yeah. So that's basically it. So if you If you come across any like um suspicious code base, you can check out these GitHub accounts. I'm going to share it here. I'm going to share it here so you can just kind of like go through it first before run the code base here first before you check it out on your local PC. So that's basically it. So I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this person anymore because I don't know, and I don't know whether they are even joining the live stream. Yeah. So, but then I don't know what to do with them. Maybe I should call them out. Well, if I'm calling them out, it doesn't really mean that they are the actual, like the image is the actual person or stuff like that. But then if I call them out, they will be able to know that other people will be able to know that they are scammers. So they'll be careful, be very, very careful about this account. So this is one of the accounts. It's been taken out. So yeah. Maybe they hack the account of this person, who knows? Because like this person has like good track records, like, and then we have like good mutual friends. This is my good friend, Samson. Maybe I should just message. Let me message him, the Big Sam. His name is, I call him Big Sam. So let me message him, Big Sam. I'll just warn him about this guy. I know him. I know these guys were Revelation. We attended the same school. Sometimes like he's my senior. Uh, I should also warn him as well. Yeah, so I should warn them. Be careful with this guy. Let me send him a message. Hey man, see we are a mutual friend with this account on LinkedIn. Is a potential scammer because I've not actually like confirmed it. He's a potential scammer, so be careful with him. Yeah, so I've shared it. I've shared that with him. Yeah, talking about it on my live stream. Yeah, so I've shared it with him. Okay, so I think that will be all from my end. If you have any questions, you can let me know. Do you have any questions? Any questions? Yeah, exactly. That's my thought as well. Like they might have hacked this person's account, so it might not actually like be. It might not actually like be the. It might actually be a real account, but then um okay, now understanding. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, this might be a real account by someone who maybe they've hacked the account or the person is dead. Maybe. So I just noticed he is from Ukraine. Yes, he's from Ukraine. And if it's true, probably they might be impersonating him due to the unrest there or he's dead and they are using it. I totally agree with you, Brian. I totally agree with you. So that might be the case. They might, kind of like be using his account. Might be using his account for that. Might be using his account. Yeah, so guys, I think that will be all from me for on this one. So let me know from you guys, how do I perform in this live stream? Let me know. Yeah, let me know. How do I perform? Is my screen zoom level okay? I do live stream where I do live coding about like things I'm building as well. Like I want to do like more live stream this year so that it will help me get more comfortable in front of the screen. And then I can also like, have these kind of like conversations with you guys. So let me know how I perform with this session. And also like uh do you think I'm able to like manage like the comments and me talking and me showcasing stuff? And my audio quality as well with the background music. Is everything balanced? And yeah, let me know what other like live stream you want to see. I'm planning on like kind of like reviewing. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim. You're giving me 95%. Oh, that's too generous of you. That's too kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. But what's the remaining 5%? What's the remaining 5%? Thank you so much, favorites. Your performance was very good to me. Everything is balanced. Thank you so much. It means a lot hearing that from you. And also, you can check out favorite YouTube channel. He just started a new series where he's going to be learning new things in real life, and he's also going to be sharing the process with us. So I feel like it's going to be a good series. So you can check it out. So you can check his YouTube channel out. So just search for favorite John. That name is so unique. You can't find any other person. So you can check it out and also like see what he got. So thank you so much. Mr. Ibrahim, I still want to know more about that 5%. How am I going to get to 100% next time? So guys, let me know how I do in this live stream. And I'm also planning on like kind of like doing live stream on reviewing people's portfolio, because I came across like beautiful portfolios of recent, and then I was like, oh, I just launched my own portfolio as well in 2025. Then I'm seeing like even better portfolio, because in this life, people are always going to be better than you. You are going to be better than some people, and you know, some people are going to be better than you. So I'm like, oh wow, damn, I shouldn't be the only one seeing this portfolio. So maybe I can be doing live streams on like kind of like reviewing people's portfolio as well, along with like me building my project. I'm currently building a project where people can create their wish list, and people they can share it to other people like friends and family, and now people can contribute to their wish list. So let's say for instance now I want to do my convocation or I want to do my birthday, and I have some items I will be needing that I want people to contribute to it. Then I can go to the platform. The name is Gather Gifts. So I can contribute to the platform, and then I can go to the platform, add the wish list, and then I can share with my family and friends. Because like for me, I always like kind of like always accepting gifts from my like cousins. I'm only asking them for gifts, so I can just like that's like personal. I want it to be like a personal platform for me, but then I'll be making it public as well. So yeah, it is a great live stream. Thank you so much, Moses, and a big shout out to you. You are one of like the first people that joined the live stream. So thank you so much. I appreciate you joining here. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. And thank you so much for the support. So Moses said the Zoom level is great and the audio quality. Thank you so much for the feedback. So you guys can check out favorite channel. I just shared it. So we're starting a new series where you can learn new things with him. He's going to be having some of his friends on the platform, industry experts. Yeah, and favorite is actually a very cool guy. I met him like I've known him. I've known him because we met last year. We only met last year, but I've known him for like 3 years, where we do hackathon on Ashnode. So Ashnode used to host hackathons, and we used to participate in it. And then he usually writes great articles on Ashnode as well. So that's how I knew him. And then we met last year. He came to my state, and then we had fun. We had fun. So if you check my portfolio, you are going to see favorite. If you check my portfolio here, so this favorite. So you can see him here. We were at the airport here. We were having fun. I went for like eating, and then this was the day he left. So we had fun. Like Favorite is a very cool guy, so you can check him out. He's starting a new series on his YouTube channel. You should check him out as well. Yeah. So Someone said, I just summarize it up in one sentence. Just don't be desperate and you will be able to see through the lies. Exactly. Don't be desperate to like run code on your local system. If someone shared a code to with you, even if they have like big followers on social media, just try as much as possible to review the code first. Ask necessary questions like, oh, like can we, maybe we can jump on a call and you share your screen and you show me what you've done, or can I meet with any of the team and stuff like that. If someone is sharing you their code base immediately, then then something is fishy. Something is fishy. So that's basically it. So someone said everything is perfectly done, and I love the way you are answering the questions. Thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you so much for the feedback. So your feedback is also going to make the live stream much better the next time I'm coming up here. So thank you so much for sharing it. Okay, so that's it. So guys, we are going to be wrapping up very soon. If there's no any other question, if there's any question, you can let me know. I'm happy to like answer, or if you want to share like ways to um kind of like identify issues like this, because the process that I did here was like kind of like reviewing the code file by file, which might kind of like be a long way, long way of doing it, but then um it's kind of like effective, and it allows me to be able to like identify the. So I think every other file kind of like works well, like they look good, but that one file, this file, no, no, no. So I'm just thinking like, um, I'm just thinking like Bitbucket and GitHub. I think they have a responsibility of trying to like flagging this kind of, flagging this kind of file. They should, they like, I think they all know that feature to for them to flag this kind of file. And if they don't want to kind of like be, because I know that GitHub has a lot of code base, so it might be a very heavy work to be scanning through each of the commits and code bases to identify like malicious code like this. So I think the way they can do it is basically like maybe they can have like a button over here to say like scan for maybe like malicious code, and then they are going to just index it. So if someone has actually run it and is successful, they will just kind of like keep that state till maybe they remove the code, or they delete the repo. So any other person that is coming to the code base will be able to see this, and then they will add the date that it was the last check was run. Because if I run it now, the scammer can push the normal code without the malicious code, run it themselves, then that is going to be indexed, and they will now add the malicious code, and then the state will still be there. So maybe they should add an option for the last time it was being run, and then the option to run the code. And if you have an idea of like maybe, or maybe someone can just create an extension, maybe a browser extension that you can just kind of like whenever you visit a repository, then it's going to kind of like show you the stats and everything, and then let you know if there's any malicious code there. So that's one way. That's one way to go about it. That's one way to go about it. So if anybody is down for it, we can have a discussion on that and build it. I'm currently working on a project I'm focusing on, so I don't want to like kind of like be going up and down. But then, uh, if you have any idea of maybe build a solution for this, I think like a Chrome extension or a browser extension would be nice. So when you just even open the browser, like a code base, be it Bitbucket or anything, it will just tell you that, oh, there's a malicious code here and stuff like that. So that's my thoughts. And Yeah. So if you have any developer, any Web3 developer, um, we could. I would like to like if you know any like any Web3 developer, like they are solving an actual problem. We have this conversation like, oh, what are the real solutions that we have in Web3 here that a lot of people are adopting? Because like the wallet, like I've even deleted my MetaMask extension because like, nah, if I forgot, I'm a forgetful person. If I forgot my phrase, how am I going to log in again? So, and this is not kind of like the reason we are even talking about Web3 is because like the project is a Web3 code base, and most of like the scams that we've seen are coming from like blockchain, like Web3. So, what is going on in the Web3 space? Mostly said they couldn't really scan through a private repo though, but yeah, for a public repo, they should have something like a compulsory GitHub action that can scan through them. Yeah, so but then if someone is sharing their code repository with you without adding you, that means like it's not a private. And if you have access to it, if you can view it, then you should be able to like kind of like scan it or just make it like make a request for just make a request for whoever shared the repository with you to kind of like find a way to prove that there's no malicious code there. Or if you are building a solution that can scan through repos that identify like malicious code, um, you know, there should be an option like to kind of like enable you to scan a private repo, maybe through providing like secret keys, like providing like access. So, but then if you look into like the GitHub repository API, we'll be able to let me see if we can what we can find there. GitHub scan private repository. Scan a machine and never read by GitHub staffs. Okay. Access via API. How to get list of private repo via API call. Let's see. I'm not sure this is the API you're looking for. Try this one. So I think like okay, this is just like getting for each other. With credentials, we will receive a public repository with credentials. Yeah, so I think like we should be able to. There's a way definitely to do that. There's a way to do that. So there's a way to do that. Yeah, providing token. Yeah, like I said, authorization token. Thanks. That word it should be. So you just have to pass token. So what you can do is like you can just make a request like, oh, can you run this extension on the repository or give me the token and then let me run this code. Yeah. Because if I already have access to like the repository, then you should be able to like give me the token or for you to run it from your end and share the receipt with me. So that's basically it. And another way is like when the person runs it, we can do it in such a way that you can keep it like a backend to keep an history of like a repository. So if someone has already run it from their own end, and I just install the Chrome extension, when I want to access it, it just tell me like, oh, it has been run previously, and this is the result, and this was when it was run. So you know that oh, some people already ran this, and then it is okay. So you'll be able to like see the history of scanning the repository as well. So that's how I think I'm going to approach this if I want to like take a look at implementing something like that. I mean, to this, yeah. So yeah, so I think there's a way. We just have to like kind of like dig, but then we've been able to like see some approaches here, which feel make sense. We should be able to like read through private repositories. I don't even have an account on Bitbucket. Do we have any developer using it? I'm not saying they are not good. I'm just saying like it's not actually very common. So do we have developers using Bitbucket or any alternatives to like GitHub? But I just feel like GitHub is like the leading code repository platform in the tech industry. Yeah, so I think now is a good time to kind of like I don't know what to do with this guy. I don't know what to do with this guy because uh right now right now he's not replying me, and I think what I can do is maybe make a post, maybe make a post on my on maybe make a post on my LinkedIn here to let other people know. So I'll just tag him and say like kind of like short message. Maybe we should do that. Let's do that on this call, on this live stream rather. Okay, so it's also a call, but you guys can't talk back. So what do you guys think? Should I make a post on LinkedIn to kind of like saying like my experience, just a short this thing, and then just letting people be, you know, mindful of it. So maybe something like taking a screenshot of his account like this, and then letting people know that it's a scam. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Maybe we can do something like that so that we can do our own bits into like letting other people know that these accounts might be might previously be a real account, but then it has been compromised. Mm. So I'll just say, okay. So what I can also do is like go to Figma. I just want to have like a scam stamp on it. Um, am I not a Figma expert? So let's just see what I can come up with. So I can paste this here. So let's go and look for a fig like a scam stamp. Okay. Hmm. Let me go to Unsplash because of piracy or what's it called? Um, scam stamp. Ah, let's see. Okay, so I think I can get it from here without any issue. Yeah, free download. Yeah, cool. So free download. So we won't have any issues with copyright. Yeah. Oops. Okay, cool. Ah, mm, how is it cutting off? Oh, Big shout out to all every designers out there. I'm always kind of like wondering how they do all of these things. Can't I want it to be small without cutting? I want it to be small, smaller size. Maybe I should just adjust it from here, or better still. Oh, that didn't work. Let's give it like 200. Oops. How did I make this small? I thought this used to work. Okay. Okay, cool. So I think it's because of this that I removed. Mm, ouch. Scam. Yeah, this is better. Now I can add Figma experts on my profile. Yeah, scam and I don't want my guys to share. I don't want my guys to share, so I'll just do this. I don't want them to share, so I'll just add uh a layer valley something. Yeah. So yeah. We can make the background black too. Do you mean do you mean like this? Do you mean this? Do you mean this color like this? So we make it like this? Okay, cool. So which one? Black or the this one? Should we go for A? I'm not sure of the one you're talking about to favorite. Which one are you talking about? A or B? Which one are we using, guys? A or B? Are we using A or B? A is fine. Okay, cool. Do we have anyone for B? A or B? A or B? So just export. Okay, cool. I'm going for A too. A seems good. Let me group it. Preview. Let's do this. And export. Okay. B is fine. Oh, so we have a tie here. We have a tie. Do we have any other person for A or B? So why we are choosing A or B? Let's go and be composing the message. So we can even begin from the title of this Let's begin from the description. Yeah, we can begin from this description. Oh, okay, that doesn't look good. So what do we write? What are we going to write here? We have A on YouTube and we have B on LinkedIn. Okay, I think my keyboard just went off. Let me restart it. Okay, I think I'm back. A or B? Yeah, so I'm working smart by getting some text from ChatGPT. So we only have A and B, and we have tie. So let's see how A looks like. So A looks like this. Let's see how B looks like. B is kind of like giving like a fine like showcase, but black is kind of like cool, and then with the black background, it's showing like the scam, like call to action. That's what my brain is telling me. This is how A looks like. This is how B looks like. B looks like this. It's not that bad. And it makes it colorful. Can we get any other votes? Because like I can't even get myself to pick. So can we get any other votes? Which one should we use? A. We have one A. I get black UX idea shao, as you said now. Yeah. So the black is kind of like cool, and then but this we are not celebrating this man. Come on, we are not celebrating this man. So we want it to be as like neutral and informative as well. So I think we should just go for black. But if when it comes to like design, like both are good, yeah. But then if it's like joyful this thing, I'll go for this. But then it's not as if like we are happy about the situation. We are not happy for a scammer. Oh, let me do one interesting thing before we even do that. I would I would like to invite you. I'd like to invite the scammer to join the live stream. But that will be after I post this so that it won't go and it won't go and like, it won't go and block me from tagging him. Roman love or whatever. Okay, cool. I can tag him. During my live stream, yeah, let me put some scam alert here. Scam alert during my live stream. I uncovered a Web3 job offer from Power that turned out to be a sophisticated scam targeting developers. Stay vigilant and always scrutinize suspicious opportunity. Your safety, the data safety comes first. Yeah, stay vigilant and always scrutinize suspicious opportunities. Thank you, offers. Yeah, because like how you offer me like 10K years without even like scheduling any interview for me. So what do you think about like this write-up? Scam alert during my live stream, I've had a Web3 job offer from LinkedIn that turns out to be a sophisticated scam targeting developers. Stay vigilant and always scrutinize suspicious opportunities, i.e. 10K offers without scheduling interviews. Yeah. So is this message good to go? Let me also do the same on X. Let's check out the design. I just came across it. Yeah, so this is Tia, and she's a graphic designer. You can check out her post. It looks promising. Your work is great, Faye. You can see our work is great. So you can check her out. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, she's doing it. She's doing a series where she's posting her work. So she's posting her work. So I think like her design are actually very good. So you can good comments. Yeah, so you can check out. Yeah, so Ferrari said the post is good to go. So let's just do the same thing on X as well. Your data come first. So on LinkedIn, not to be something counter-editing. That comes first. So I can put this here as well. Yeah, perfect. Scam alert, blah blah blah. So post, and here I can post. Now what I want to do is I want to invite him. Hey man, I know you are a scammer, and I found the you can join or view the recording of the live stream. Yeah, this this art is uncalled for. Stop scamming hard working developers. Yeah, I think we did the right thing. Letting him know that what he's doing is not good. So I posted it on LinkedIn and also posted it on X. Yeah, so I put it on X, so you can check it out. You can check it out on X. Yeah, so I think we did the right thing. Yeah, and you can also check it out on LinkedIn. Yeah. Okay, so I think one more thing, I should report the account. You should be able to do that. Oh, oh wow, the account is returning 404 now. Can you imagine? The account is returning 404 now. What just happened? And that was the reason. That's the reason I don't want to kind of like that's the reason I did not want to like let him know that I figured it out before doing the live stream. So because like just imagine like okay, I have like challenging like a scammer before the live stream, and then I come to like start the live stream, and then the account is nowhere to be found. I will not be able to like kind of like show you guys, and that's the reason I always open the profile on a new tab so that this chat, whenever I delete anything, I will still have it on this new tab. And you know, I've already shown you guys in the live stream, and it's really funny. So the profile is not going anymore. The profile is now returning 404. That's kind of like funny. That's funny. So the scammer has either deactivated their account. Yeah, their account, because like all this time they've always been active here. They've have he has this active status here, but now there's no active status here. And the profile now is showing 404. Well, there's nothing to be worried about. We already have his face on the internet, but I'm not sure whether that's his own account, because if that's his own account, he won't use his own real face. So it might be from someone else. But that's it japa fast. Exactly, if you're right. It japa fast. Like that's crazy. Yeah. So that's just like show that that's a scam. Like he deactivated his own account. So it's returning 404. So let us know why it's actually returning 404. Is it because they deactivated their own account, or maybe the LinkedIn moderators are the one that actually removed it? Because if you deactivate your account, I don't know what the experience looks like. Um, maybe because it should just say like profile not found. So let me just say LinkedIn profile returning 404. What does that mean? A 404 error on LinkedIn. occurs when a user tries to access the page that doesn't. No, no, no. That's yeah, we know. Then if you're likely profile, okay. However, I come and see that I've seen on many users that link to for you. No, that's not what I mean. So I want to believe like they either deactivate their own account. Yeah, I think they deactivated their account. That's great though. He has very exactly. I think he deleted the account or the LinkedIn moderators. Kind of like maybe like the banning, but I feel like there's a high chance that he deleted it himself because like I tagged him, I messaged him, and then the next minute I can't find him again. Let me open our message on a new tab. Yeah, LinkedIn member. Yeah. So the chat is still here. Oh, yeah. So I don't think he deactivated his account. I think it is a LinkedIn moderator that does this because like this message may contain unwanted harmful content. And over here, I still have the message here. That's the reason I don't want to like I want to keep a page for for the chats. You can see him from your end. I can't see him from my own end. Let me search for his name. Maybe he changes his profile is in. I don't know how he did it. Via my post on LinkedIn. So when you check my post, you can see him. Interesting. So when I click this, oh no, no, he has been on tags. Let me just put it here, like he has deleted his account. Let me just say account deleted. Yeah, account deleted. That's nice. Yeah, but I can see him from here. Like I can't click because like it doesn't exist anymore. So LinkedIn won't link to his profile. But let me search for the name. Yeah, he has deleted it because I can't find him here. I can't, but I don't know how you are able to see it. So and now it's saying like this may contain unwanted or harmful content. So I think it is being done by LinkedIn. So what message was this after I replied? Great to hear. It is the link that they deactivated. That's crazy. Let me just take a couple of screenshots. Oh, so you can see access it. Can you share the link here? Can you share the link with me? Like the link, is it different from or maybe he banned me from seeing him. Do you get? Maybe he actually banned me from accessing his own account. So I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do. Moses, can you share the link to the profile? Just share the profile link. I know what to do. I can use one of my sister's LinkedIn. Ah, I see. I see. He blocked me. He actually blocked me. He actually blocked me. Oh, that's what he did. He blocked me. So do you know what you can do, guys? I think it's trying to prove smart. So what we can do is, can we visit the link? Let's say, let's go and report. Let's report his account. Let's report his account. Let's report his account. And what I would do is I would also go, I'll also go and let me go and check my post. I'll add his profile link since he has not changed his username or access name. So uh, yeah, so yeah, save. Yeah, perfect. So this is the profile. So you guys can go and report. Let's report his account. And let me mess. Oh, I can't message him because I would have said you can't run. I want to message him and say you can't run. So I'll just go and I'll report block. So I think he blocked me. That's what I'm saying for. I'll say is he impersonating or is not a real person? Is impersonating. Let's say impersonating. Ah, LinkedIn should have allowed me to provide like more text. I'll just add a link to the post. So you guys can go and yeah, it blocked me. It blocked me. Yeah, thanks, Mos. Thanks, Moses. It blocked me. That's crazy. So let's go and visit this profile and report. So when you click on it, I will not be able to access it here. So you will see more. So report his account. Let's report his account. And let's do it quickly before he changes because they can change his URL and then we'll not be able to access it again. Let me report again from. Yeah, nice, right. Let's go and report. Let's go and report his account. He thinks he's smart. Doesn't know he's dealing with software engineers here. So let's go and report. Report this account. Impersonating someone, but I just feel like they should allow us to enter like kind of a description or something. So I've reported this as well. So it blocks me. It's not wise. It's not that smart. Yes, you're not smart. Because I can't view him here. I can't view him here. LinkedIn member. Idiot. Okay, the message is coming back. Hmm. Scammer. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Moses, for reporting, and thank you, Phil, for reporting. Yeah. But I still feel like mission accomplished because we're able to like report him. Yeah. Let's report him. Yeah. And if possible, you can go ahead and tag him here and let him know he's a scammer. Oh, you are busted. Like if you can go to the comment section and say you are busted. I want him to feel uneasy, and I don't want him to be able to like kind of like use the other account. So how many people is it going to block? So you can go to the comment section and say you are busted. Just go here and say you are busted. Busted. Uh, what's the name again? I can't tag him. This is not him, and I don't want to tag the wrong person. They already blocked me, so I can't do that. Yeah, so I think we've already like tried our best to like kind of like expose him and prevent him from scamming other people. Yeah, I think we've accomplished our goal. Awesome. So I'll just be looking forward to what LinkedIn are going to do about it. And here's the code base if you want it, but please don't run it. Here's the code base on Bitbucket. Please don't run it on your system. I'm repeating, please don't run it on your system. Just like educational purpose, go through it. And the file you are likely looking for, the file you should be looking for is the config override. So the file you are looking for is the config override. And at the bottom, you are definitely going to see like empty spaces here. And at the bottom, you will see the code you are looking for, the obfuscated file. This is where it is. Yeah, so that's basically it. And that will be all. So if you want to like scan for malicious code, you can check the repo. I don't know if it works for Bitbucket, but then it works for GitHub. I've not tried it. I'm not trying it. I'm kind of like I've not even recovered from like this experience, so I'm not trying. I don't know if they are positioning themselves as savior and then scamming other people. Yeah, let's even check their profile. Oh, we can't even check profile on Bitbucket. How does that work? Because how can you push 53 files changes in one commit and you said you are a company that wants to pay 10,000 US dollars? Doesn't make sense. And the commit is made by one person, and there's no history of other people pushing commits. So this is the back end, contra, front end, everything done 5 days ago. Buy, claim, process game, purchase, IPFS. How game stores can manage the NFC. Different game stores across the industry can form their own, which would allow them to have the addresses, having access to the minting functionality of the NFT smart contract. They can also make collective decisions regarding its future development. Push it. How to run project. I'm not running anything. Please don't run this code for the love of God. Resource is not fun. Hmm. And they only have one branch, so they just push directly to main branch. No ticket, of course. No pull request, of course, since they push directly to main. So they only have one done by this. And I don't know how Bitbucket works. So why can't I view the profile of someone? Maybe I don't understand how Bitbucket works. Oh, I think it's even online. He's online. What does this mean? Oh, there's no reference there. Even like there's, I'm looking for int. I'm looking for int of what this means or what this icon means. Maybe like online status or there's no class name to give us int. No int. No int. But I think this means like he's like online. Jonathan. Of course, the name the name one is this. See all the changes that they push out on. Says where only Jonathan Final 63 files. Yeah, I'm not logged in. I don't even have an account of Bitbucket. I don't use it. Maybe I might have like created an account when I was starting out, but I don't think I do have an account. But let me log in. Let's see. I I think I Seems it looks like I have an account before. It looks like it. Because this profile picture was like way back. Was my old profile picture. But there's no sign of but I don't think I've done anything there. I've not done anything on Bitbucket. I've not done anything on Bitbucket. Or maybe because I have a Trello account. Because I think like Atlassian owns Bitbucket as well. So I don't have an account here. And also there was on one experience I have of recent too on Instagram. Let me see if Okay, yeah, cool. So I found the chat. So there was another different experience that I have, but it happened in December, not so long, last month. So basically, this is actually very funny. This is actually very funny. So the person reached out on and they're even like online like 3 hours ago. So it was like, I found you on GitHub. I would be happy if you can help me with this problem. I'm always kind of like happy to help. I'm looking for a professional developer because I don't understand anything. Because I don't understand anything because I am not working on that. I'm a soldier of Poland. I have already I have ready automatic script for the website game. Everything is like game, but they are not working anymore because website games have changed something in their code. I will explain what I mean. For example, I have attack bar script. Oh, did I just like it? I don't want to like it. Okay. I have changed something in their code. I will explain what I mean. I have attack bar script, which means it is used for clicking on belt. To have 100% on that. Because if you click on 30%, you have lower power. If you click, if you click, you have lower power. If you click the best as you can, you have the best power of your SV. You're logging on Java or JavaScript. So, but if you use that, automatically you get banned. So you need to see what code changes. It was like the way the person was even composing the message is not even like kind of like making sense. But I just want to believe like maybe their first language is not their first language is not English, which is understandable. So need to see what coaches blah blah blah. And this I can send you scripts. I can send you scripts codes to see and you will understand all. If you decide to help a little bit, I will explain what you do not understand at this game, but it's easy. You need just click and click. It doesn't really make sense, like, but it's easy. You need to just click, click. But it's easy. If it is easy, why don't you just do all the clicking yourself? Like, why don't you do the clicking yourself? Why do you need someone to just do the click, and click? It's not for click. Why don't you do it yourself? So these scripts were for helping to not boring click. So okay, so basically I think what he was trying to say here is like you need a script to do the clicking. Because as I showed you, I don't have time to be all the time on PC. So I think basically he said he needs a script to be doing some clicks for him. And if you use that, you automatically get banned. So I think maybe from what you're saying now is like there's a game whereby like you have to be clicking 100% or 30%. And if you click 30, you get less. If you click 100, you get higher. And it doesn't have all the time because it's a soldier, so it needs a script that he already has a script that does this clicking, but then it is being flagged because they automatically detect the script. So now I now need someone to write a new script that will not be detected. Because as a soldier, I don't have time to be all the time on PC. I hope you read it and answer so I can show you the scripts. Thank you very much. See you. I answered him, happy to help. You can share the script as a gist. If you can see here, I specify what I want him to share. Like I want him to share it as a gist. Like gist is basically like it means to like share code on GitHub. So if you go to gist.github.com, it's not like a subdomain of GitHub, so you'll be able to like kind of like see all your this thing. So this is even one gist that I did for NFT. So building the NFT chain radio components. So like I wrote an article and then I wrote this. I put it on a gist like this. So, and that was like 3 years ago when I was still writing Web3 articles. So it was, I think this is the tutorial, Molaris. So I wrote this, yeah. So I wrote this for Ashnode Web3 back then. So yeah, so I remember all my cool projects too. Look at all my cool projects that I did back then. But I don't think I hosted these ones. I don't think I did host them. So back then, this was all the things that Web3 was all about, like just displaying NFT, people swiping NFT, generating NFTs and stuff like that. So I just think of like all these things are not solving real life problems. So yeah, so I have good experience with like Web3. I just got bored of just doing the same thing, NFT all the time. But if the Web3 has changed, like maybe yeah. So I'm looking for where I did the gist here. Yeah, so you can find the complete gist for this section here. So yeah, so that's the usage. If you're a technical writer, this is how to use like a gist. So if you have a very long code and you don't want to put it in your article so that it will not be too long, you can just create a gist and let people come here and see. So that's what I did at that time. So gist here. So that's basically what gist, that's the gist I'm referring to here in this chat. I would just want you guys to like have a better understanding of what I mean. So I just want him to like put it in a gist and share with me. So he said, thank you, man. Can you give me the email so I can write it there? Like, why do you want to send me a code and I explain you everything? But if you don't have time, I don't want to lose your time. You have not even given me my time, so you can't lose it. This is easy game, but if you see scripts, also need to see game. They changed some codes and this I never do that. So man, you can share the GitHub gist. Yeah, so you can send me email so I can send you code. Or yeah, I'll wake up and explain. I didn't made a post on GitHub yet. So, but then you said you found me on GitHub. So what are you doing on GitHub if you don't know how to push it on GitHub? So I just kind of like ignore the chat since then. But then, since we're talking about like, yeah, sure, let me just, maybe what I'll do is like, let me see what he's going to share me anyways. Can you share the script on GitHub, push it to GitHub, or hmm, I don't even want to give him my email because like this scammers can literally just like be using the email for something else, maybe like even later in the future. But my email is kind of like anybody can have access to my email. So it's not like automatically you send me a message and then it get executed. So I'll see what you send me for before downloading it. So or push it to GitHub. Let me give you another option. Or send it to my email as you requested. Yeah. So that's basically it. So that. Let me see his profile. So he's even online like 6 minutes ago. I think maybe because I've messaged him. Let's see. Because it was 4 hours ago. It is soldier indeed. I think they sold his account to someone. They sold his account to someone. It can actually be him. And his last post is around like 79 weeks ago. For someone that enjoys like posting like this, you play football and you've not even posted in the last 79 weeks. It's not adding up. So these are the kind of things that you should kind of like be checking before you give them audience. Yeah, so these are the kind of projects I'm seeing like I want to be reviewing. Look at this project. Like These are the kind of projects I said I want to like review on live streams. Maybe I can do that on my live stream. Let me know what you think. Do you would you like to see me like collate some portfolios and nice projects, and then you can kind of like give them a shout out and also go through them for inspirations. We are not going to be roasting them, we are just going to be viewing them. We can roast too. We can roast them too, of course, but we are not going to be roasting. We just want to see their cool work. Insightful. So I can just collect them and we can, you know, go through them on live stream. Replay list, the normal power of forever creators on Spotify. This is nice. Oh, not sending it then. No need for demo. Replay list for listeners. Okay. So guys, I think that's a wrap for this live stream. I was like get aim done, like figure out like it's a scam and it was confirmed when he blocked me. So it's a scam. And I'm happy that we are able to like kind of like figure out and explain the way they operate so that someone else will not fall victim. So that's basically it. So these are other scammer that Yeah, so I just came back here to just like say my goodbyes properly. My internet, not even the internet connection. It was there are some people who call NEPA here. There are some organization we call NEPA here. So they took the light. So that was the cause of the break in transmission. So that'll be all for today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys for joining today. Big shout out to Victor, Banwo. Big shout out to everyone. Oh, the scammer just saw the you just saw the message now. You can see it now. You just saw it. You just saw the message. So maybe in the next live stream we can go over it again. So, but thank you guys for joining. To everyone that joined from the beginning to the end. Thank you so much. And see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. Okay, this is where the camera is. Bye bye.